Hey, Tony Gaskins here. Wanted to pop in and go through this video because I get a lot of questions on the Instagram Q&A. And one thing I always see, I was talking to my wife about this, and we read these questions sometimes, and it's like, he does this, he doesn't do that, he does this. Is it over? Should I move on? Should I stay? And so I want to give you 5 signs. Now, there could be 7, there could be 12, there could be 50. But I just want to go over the 5 biggest signs, most common signs, so that you can know he has moved on. And this means he's moved on mentally, not physically, not emotionally. When a man moves on physically, he's no longer talking to you. He doesn't live with you. He's out of your life. When he moves on emotionally, I think you will know it then. But this is when a man has moved on, but he's still with you. You still see him. Y'all still talk, but you're kind of confused about where you are and where you're going. Now, these are not necessarily in order, but so you can move them in order of importance that you feel. Now, the first one is he stops investing time. You got to think about this and realize that, to paint a picture so you understand, I'm going on 13 years of marriage and I still take my wife on a date every week. If we can't go on a date that week, it's because my sons have soccer, some type of sports things going on early Saturday morning, and so we hang out at home on Friday night. If your man is not investing time, meaning he is not scheduling a date, booking the appointment, the reservation, letting you know, hey, got a surprise for you, or hey, this is where we're going, this is how we need to dress because of their dress code. If he's not doing that, and if he can't go out, if he's not setting up a night where he said, hey, let's do a cheese board or let's do popcorn and let's watch this new movie on Netflix. If he's not investing time and being active and serious about this time, then guess what? That's a sign he's moved on. Now, sometimes you can have one of these and not all of these, and so it may not fully mean everything. Now, when you think about this, when you go from that, number 2 is he argues a lot. So in a relationship, you're going to have disagreements. A disagreement does not have to become an argument, but think about your last argument. When was it? Then before that argument, when was it? If you find yourself kind of arguing, even if it's just a 3-minute argument, a 5-minute argument, but it's an argument, it's not a disagreement. It's like it gets to where you get that feeling and you have them chemicals released from your brain and it kind of makes your stomach hurt, or you may even cry or come close to it. It's an argument. If he is doing this and he's starting the arguments, just nitpicking about what you're not doing, who you aren't, this and that, and it's happening like every other day, every week, and it's maybe at least twice a week, then that is a sign he has moved on. Because when a man is invested and he's all in, he's not trying to argue, because the more you argue, then the less love you're building. And the more you argue, it means that you are not seeking to understand your partner and see your partner as your teammate. Instead, you're seeing your partner as your opponent, and you're trying to start arguments to take shots at your partner, make your partner feel like she is less than, like she is inadequate. And so that will make her begin to shut down. Or a lot of women get to this place and they start to serve a man, like just go become like a maid, like a handmaid, and just start to bend over backwards and walking on eggshells and trying to say, okay, should I not say this because it might anger him? Should I not say this? Should I not do this? Should I not ask for this? Should I not go here? Should I not go there? Should I not wear this? And you're constantly processing, what do I need to do next, or what can I do next to not make him angry? And it feels like he's getting angry about everything. When a man is arguing a lot, getting angry a lot, then that is a sign that he's moved on mentally. So think about this and really kind of look at your relationship and see if you feel like this is going on. Now, as you think about the next step is he starts to be less affectionate. It almost becomes like obsolete to where when a man is moved on mentally, he will stop playing in your hair, massaging your back, holding your hand, rubbing on your thigh when you're sitting down on the couch. He'll stop being affectionate, kissing you on the forehead, hugging you, just like an embrace. Even, squeezing your booty when he walked past you. It's just those little things that a man does to his woman when he's in love and when he's locked in. And I won't go into too much detail, but, I think you understand what I mean. But when it starts to feel cold in the bed, on the couch, in the room, when you're around your man and you're feeling cold and you're feeling lonely, then that is a sign that he's moved on mentally. Now, this has to go with the other ones because a man could be going through a tough time in his life financially. So some of these things could, if they are just standalone, then it might not mean he's moved on. It could mean that he's dealing with something internally in his body, a sickness, an illness, or something on the job with his finances. He's getting ready to be laid off, or he's been laid off, something like that. Or he works for himself and he's not making as much money in this quarter as he made last quarter, or this year as he made last year. So it's other things that can affect the man. That doesn't mean he's moved on. But when you put all these together, then that's when you kind of have to worry. But at the same time, think about this. I want you to think about this. If he has financial issues, then these signs really can apply to that. Like if his money is funny. Now, if his job is the same, paying him the same as he's always been paid, or even more, then okay, money is not the issue. It has nothing to do with it. So think about this. How often does your man hug you? Does he rub you? Does he, just kind of caress you or play in your hair or something? Think about it and compare it to something else that maybe you've experienced when he was deeply in love or trying to win you, so that you have a clear picture and an understanding about this. Now, the fourth one would be he doesn't care about your feelings. So you see that, and we all as humans kind of go through those little moments where it may be 5 minutes to where you just kind of, whatever. But when he doesn't care about your feelings, when he starts to say things that he knows is hurting your feelings, like, really, you're gonna wear that? Like, do you see what you look like? Like, have you looked in the mirror? Like, what is this? Shamu day? Like, mood. Like, are you really trying to look like a cow today? Like, he may say something that's just so hurtful. It may hurt you so bad you have to go cry somewhere. But when he is doing this, and this will be like an everyday thing that he kind of says something to take a jab at you, and you're like, wow, like that hurt. You really like feel hurt, and you're wondering like, is this me? Like, is it just because it's the time of the month and I'm just real sensitive? Is it because I just lost my loved one, my family member? Is it because my job is stressing me? Is it because I'm not sleeping enough? Like, why is so much of what he says each day hurting my feelings? When it gets to that point and it's not clearly something else, then stop blaming yourself. Stop blaming yourself and understand that that is another sign. We could say sign number 4, that he's moved on mentally and he's just not caring anymore. Now, On number 5, I would say he is distant or he's gone a lot. And so what I mean by this, it just depends if you're long distance, if you live together, or you just live in the same city. You'll understand, meaning that you don't have undivided attention like you once had. It means that you don't have his time and his effort and energy like you once had. So what this means is he may be on his phone when he's around you. He's on his phone and he's in the corner and he's on the phone typing. He's texting or he's on Instagram all the time. Like he's always on the phone. And if he's not on the phone, then he's gone. Hey, me and the boys going golfing. Me and the boys going to the club. Me and the boys doing this. We doing this. I'm in the soccer league. I'm in the basketball league. And he's just always gone. And whenever it would be time to date, he has something else to do. Oh, I got a mastermind meeting with the networking group. Or I got this right here kind of meeting or that kind of meeting. And he's just distant. He's distant or he's gone a lot. In this period may also be some, little bit of ghosting, but or silent treatment, whichever we'll go with, to where you don't hear from him for 2 days. You don't hear from him for 3 days. If it's 7 days you don't hear from him, then it's all the way 100% you need to pack up and leave. So I want you to understand that these are 5 signs, and here's why. And if you got this far, put "be blessed" in the comments, but don't leave yet. The reason why you need to understand these and why a man does this is because a lot of men don't know what they are looking for in a woman. And so they get with you because you seem to be enough or have enough. But then they meet someone else that their mind plays a trick on them and makes them think that maybe she's even more than you. That maybe she brings more to the table in one area or another than you do. So he starts to get interested in her and he starts to text her, connect with her, whether it's in a DM on social media or actually on the phone on text, or they're talking at work all day, every day. She becomes his work wife and he starts to go there. But he doesn't really fully understand or know if he's going to leave you, because he doesn't know if what he's seeing is real. He doesn't know if this grass is actually greener or if it's just the way the sun is hitting it. And so he's trying to juggle you and keep you there, do just enough, and play on your good heart, play on your love for him, because he knows y'all have history and that you're not just going to wash your hands and take off just because he seems to be going through something, that you're going to try to figure it out. And that's why you on here watching this video. So he knows he has some time, or at least he thinks, but he's trying to really move on. And if he feels that the grass is actually greener and the water bill won't be too much higher, then he's just going to drop you like a bad habit and take off. And that's when he's gone mentally and physically, but that may not mean he's gone emotionally. So I'll do some other videos on those if I can. So I want you to understand this, that it's a method to his madness. But you don't have to just sit around and wait. You can say, okay, you want to act like that? Look, this is not working out. I'm going to have to go my own way. If you got to cry every day, if you got to do a coaching session every day, if you got to get on here and watch all 200 plus of my videos, whatever you got to do to get your mind centered and to strengthen yourself and to rebuild yourself, then do that. Do that and don't worry about it. But just let him know, I'm not your puppet. I'm not your teddy bear. I'm not your lap dog. I'm not just going to sit around here and wait on you to get your act together or decide what you want to do with my life and your life. Like, I'm out of here. If you can't be invested and all in, then do what you're doing. She can have you. It can have you. I'm gone. But I need a man who is emotionally intelligent and that's going to step up to the plate and treat me the way I need to be treated. And that's kind of how you have to approach it. You ain't got to be yelling. You don't have to be cursing. But that's how you have to approach it. And if you're a man watching this, then you need to understand that if you playing your woman, your good woman, for this other woman, and you showing these 5 signs, you about to get left, and you better get your act together, because the grass is not greener on the other side, and you need to do what you got to do. Hey, this is Tony Gaskin. If you watching this video, hit the subscribe button. What is you hating for? You coming on here, you watching these videos every day, and you won't hit the subscribe button? Hey, hit the subscribe button and set the notification so that you see when I post every day, Monday through Friday, 11:45 a.m. Eastern. Hey, God bless you. We'll talk soon.